Good morning.
I've been looking in the shadows where the mystery was born. I've been meeting with the statues in the sun that keeps me warm. I've been following the footsteps of the ones who've come and gone. I've been flying with the eagles to the center of the storm. Late in the afternoon, twilight fills the sky, stretching out the evening's awning. My heart explodes with joy, I can hear the baby cry. And I have seen the light of the new day dawning. As below, so above. Warrior of love. Take the shackles from my feet and the madness from my mind. Let the circle be complete, like this moment out of time. May the earth and heaven speak to me. I have been deaf, dumb, and blind. Now every flower's gone to seed. With every dream my heart can find. As I turn within to the emptiness erased, I'm lifted up by the hands that adore me. The whole wide universe is filled with peace and grace. The door of life is opening before me. Give me the strength to trust, like a warrior of love. On a silent hill where life and death collide, between the past and the present moment's glory. For every questing heart the path is lit from inside, and all the rest of it, just your story, your story. You are alright, much more than enough. You're a warrior of love, warrior of love, warrior of love.
Okay, there we go. Good morning. All right. Well, I am grateful to be here with you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to Morning Poems and Prayers for the 23rd of September, 2025. Bop-a-da-bop-a-da-bop. Yes. Let's pray in, my friends. Yeah, great to be here with you. Well, we'll start here. Why not? As good a place as any. The Violet Flame with Patricia. go ahead and close your eyes, turn within, and let's take 3 deep breaths together. First breath. We'll just do them in a row. Second breath. And third deep breath. Nice sigh on the exhalation. And we begin. I am the open door for the violet flame. I am my I am presence, and I am one with the I am presence of all humanity. As one voice, one breath, one heartbeat, and one energy, vibration, and consciousness of pure divine love. We invoke the most intensified frequencies of the fifth dimensional crystalline solar violet flame of God's infinite perfection that cosmic law will allow. Beloved Saint Germain and your legions of fifth dimensional violet flame archangels, we ask that you blaze, blaze, blaze the violet flame with the power and might of 1,000 suns in, through, and around every thought, feeling, word, action, memory, and belief that humanity has ever expressed in any time frame or dimension, both known and unknown, that is reflecting anything less than heaven on earth. Transmute this energy, cause, core, effect, record, and memory, back into its original perfection, and seal it in an invincible force field of God's comprehensive divine love. We accept that this activity of light is being God victoriously accomplished even as we speak. Even as we call, we also accept and know that this violet flame is increasing daily and hourly, moment by moment, with every single breath we take, until this sweet earth and all her life have ascended into the fifth dimensional crystalline solar realms of light on the new earth. And so it is. Beloved I am, beloved I am, beloved I am. Here's the Course in Miracles. I am here only to be truly helpful. I am here to represent Him who sent me. I do not have to worry about what to say or what to do, because He who sent me will direct me. I am content to be wherever He wishes, knowing He goes there with me. I will be healed as I let Him teach me to heal. Take a breath into that. Okay. Just flying by the seat of my pants here is what I am. Here we go. O cosmic birther of all radiance and vibration. O cosmic birther of all radiance and vibration. Soften the ground of our being and carve out a space within us where your presence can abide. Fill us with your creativity so that we may be empowered to bear the fruit of your mission. Let each of our actions bear fruit in accordance with our desire. Endow us with the wisdom to produce and share what each being needs to grow and flourish. Untie the tangled threads of destiny that bind us as we release others from the entanglement of past mistakes. Do not let us be seduced by that which would divert us from our true purpose, but illuminate the opportunities of the present moment. For you are the ground and the fruitful vision, the birth, power, and fulfillment, as all is gathered and made whole once again. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He anoints my head with oil. My cup runneth over. He prepareth a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. He lead me on the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sorrow, joy. O divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love, as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are forgiven, and it is in dying, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. Father, Mother God, indwelling holy presence, Lord God Almighty, use me this day for your divine and joyous purpose, that I may fulfill thy will in all I think, say, and do. And let those that I may serve and bless cross my path and my consciousness, and let me rise to the opportunity of each reflection of your beauty and grace that is expressed in, through, and as my life this day and every day. For this and more than words will ever express, I give thanks, I let it be. It is so. And together we say, and so it is. Aho, Ashe, Amen, Shah, Namaste, Alhamdulillah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Why not? All right, so I'm just going to give you my my inspiration here, and then we'll drop into the day. I'm going to offer a live Zoom call for my LifeWave project at noon every day this week. That's what I've decided I need to do, and I'm very excited about that. So I will put a post on my page and with the Zoom link that'll start today, and I will put the post also in LifeWave Team Ireland, and I look forward to sharing what I've been learning about this project, these products, this company, and the team that I'm involved in. I couldn't be more excited, and I've been doing it the old way, my old way, long enough, and now it's time to leap in and deepen my commitment to that, and I'm happy and delighted and excited to share it with you. So I'll be on at 12 o'clock today, and look forward to sharing this with more people. The X39 stem cell patch. Yeah. Okay. So here's more to come. Yeah. Here's Chief Phil popping in here today. Beloved relatives, we are reminded that the path of actual change is not through rebellion or force, but through the transformative power of love and unity and the steady flame of justice. Our people know that when movements lead to division and violence, they tear the sacred hoop and bring only sorrow. But when we walk in ways that uphold harmony and balance, we strengthen the circle of life. The laws of creation are given for the protection of all beings. Within these sacred laws, the people may rightfully call for dignity, fairness, and human rights, but always without violence. Justice must rise from compassion, not compulsion, from the heart, not from hatred. The path of struggle strikes, and conflict is like walking against the sacred winds. It destroys the very foundations we seek to build. Instead, the proper foundation of all economies and societies is spiritual in nature, rooted in the heart and in relationship. When love flows freely between the people, the rich will not hoard while others starve, for they will feel the hunger of their relatives as their own. They will give willingly, not out of fear, but out of reverence for the sacred hoop that binds us. If such comes from the heart, it is eternal and praiseworthy, for it is given in service to life itself. This is gorgeous. Let us strive to create this light of love in every heart, so that like a fire in the darkness, it will spread and brilliance. It will spread warmth and brilliance to all. The love that flows from the great mystery is the power that truly moves and attracts souls. Economic questions alone cannot heal or inspire, but the love that binds us, compassion, generosity, humility, and justice, will restore the sacred hoop and bring forth a society of balance. Therefore, beloved relatives, let us act with deeds that shine brighter than words. Let us show kindness where there is division, generosity where there is want, humility where there is arrogance, and unity where there is separation. Let us not seek the faults of others, but instead purify the mirror of our own hearts, for only then can we reflect the sun of truth that shines on all creation. This is the essence of the path to restore balance, to walk in harmony, and to live as one family within the sacred hoop of life. Let us be determined to walk this path, committed to restoring balance and harmony in our lives and in our communities. Matakwe Asen, all my relations, with warm and loving greetings, Dekshi and Brother Phil. Take a deep breath. All right. Gorgeous. Well, I was chatting with my friend Susan yesterday, and she asked to see more of my face and less of the screen. So I'm gonna honor that here today and see how that works. I'm sure I'll bring the screen share up again at some point here today. Yeah. So that's Chief Phil Lane, this great enlightened master who's come roaring into my life, who I'd seen maybe once or twice with Sasha Stone, and only for about 5 or 10 minutes each time. And boy, has he delivered on the promise of the elders coming to serve those that are ready for their messages. I raise my hand and I bless this man and thank him for his incredible courage and commitment. He's 81. He's had 2 multi-hour eye operations in the last 2 months that I know about. And he flew out here to Ireland, of course, for the lighting of the 8th fire in Middleton on July the 10th. And the World Peace Gathering, that was absolutely life-changing, accompanied by the thunder beings and the greatest rainstorm I've seen in my nearly 20 years here in Ireland. And then I was repeating that story in an interview with Carolyn Carey, and didn't the rain and the thunder return during the interview, right on divine timing? Simply amazing and very humbling. Yeah, fantastic. So where are we at? So we're enjoying the equinox, and my God, the weather here in Ireland is nothing short of magical. I've just turned the heater on this morning for the first time, I'd say in 6 months. It's something like that. It's been the warmest spring summer that I can ever recall having here, and I'm just so very grateful for that. So I'm just bibbidi bobbidi boop. Well, my mystery is, maybe somebody out there on Zoom can help me with this, is it's either the whole screen or nothing. And maybe there's a better way to do it. Let's try the second screen. See what that looks like. There are some things I want to talk about that I want you to look at here as well. The men have come roaring into my movie here. Okay, that's all right. Matthew McConaughey has a new book of poems and prayers. Well, that's right up my street, Matthew. And Keanu Reeves has a channel, and he's talking about God and prayer. And this was fascinating. He's really bringing the science and the mysticism together. Thank you, Keanu. And that's where it all really happens. When both sides of the brain are happy, then the heart can open up, I think. And here's Brother David Icke as well, who's been a master teacher in my life for 30 years, and basically talking about Wetiko, which is the Native American name for the contrast, the conflict, the darkness, etc. Choose your own name, but that joy is its undoing. That love is its undoing. And we think in the West, in our culture, traditionally, that love is romance and falling in love and all those beautiful things. And it certainly can be all of that. And I've been blessed with that many times and look forward to the next experience of that some fine day. But in the meantime, learning to love myself and learning to love my life has been my focus for many years now, just letting go of all distractions. And and I know that we're in such an awesomely powerful time of what my guides call healing, awakening, and growth. I love this photo from Pars Kate. And, we're really being asked to dig, and find it, find it in our hearts, find it in our lives, find it in our willingness, our mind, our personality, the openness, the trust, the faith, the courage, the vulnerability, the honesty, the integrity, the commitment, the humility, etc., that moves the needle in our reality, that helps us to shift things and to lift each other's spirits. So once again, my friends, that's my prayer for this time, for you and me together here every morning. Let's help each other wake up and stay awake. Well, there's divine timing. So here's Lazarus's quote for this week. And once again, my first experience with channeling, my first experiences in channeling came in my late 20s in LA. And they answered my prayers at that time and got my attention. And the turning point for me, the before and after moment, as I've said many times, was the harmonic convergence in August of 1987. And one of the teachers I follow here reminded me that this is 38 years since 1987. That's all. And this is also, as we know, the 9-year of this cycle. And we're completing a lot of energies. We've completed a lot of energies, better said. And so the door is wide open for the new to be created. And so Lazarus has been on the path with me, or I've been on the path with Lazarus 38 years. And no one has touched my heart in the same way that Lazarus has. No one even comes close. And that's not a judgment about anyone else. It's just the description of what incredible love and wisdom this beautiful being shares with all of us so freely. So they've been channeling through Jack for 50 years, and he doesn't travel any longer. He's semi-retired, but all the material is there, and Lazarus is still giving us updates and new blendings and his weekly quotes. So from my heart to yours, thank you, Lazarus. Yeah, we would say this at the end of every workshop, and there'd be a big smile. So here's the quote for today. Beyond the world's disguise, within, beyond the world's disguise, within an enchanted moment, there is a love so beautiful. It is within the sparkle of all hopes, all dreams, and all visions. Wow. Enchanted moments shatter the masks of illusions and crack the lies of separation. Let's have that again. This is exactly what Chief Phil was just expressing so beautifully. Beyond the world's disguise, which is, of course, what the Course in Miracles is always talking about. Beyond the world's disguise, within an enchanted moment, there is a love so beautiful. It is within the sparkle of all hopes and all dreams and all visions. Enchanted moments shatter the masks of illusions and crack the lies of separation. Lazarus, take a deep breath. Stunning. So that's where we're at, my friends. We're breaking through to the other side, Jim Morrison. Here's Pars Kute. Let's do it this way. Another beautiful picture. Boom. The autumn equinox is about resilience and hope in the face of darkness. It is a sacred pause between ending and new beginnings. A threshold between what was and what is rising. This is not just a seasonal event. It reminds us that the sun rises again, even after the longest night, bringing new beginning and bright days. It's time to reflect on our inner light. It's time to reflect on our inner light and the continued cycle of growth and renewal. Enjoy your autumn equinox 2025, sacred energies, beloved ones, within infinite divine source intelligence of pure love. Pars Kute. Thank you, Brother Pars. Beautiful. This I have to share with you. This was amazing to me, the divine timing of all this. So there was a protest in Dublin this last Saturday. My buddy from the Gael Talk group, Seamus, went. He was telling me he was going, but I didn't really understand what it was. It was about the Irish language as well as Irish sovereignty. And he says, great to see such numbers on the streets in Dublin today in support of the Irish language. A country without a language is a country without a soul. Tirgan Tanga Tirgan Anam. I'll have to look that up. Slán Gafal. Yes, it's all I know. Yeah, Kuramahagat. Yeah, I'm on day. No, it's better than that. I'm on day 75 of my Duolingo Irish lessons, which I'm quite proud of and really enjoying. When I interviewed Shan Brown, my singer-songwriter friend from Cork, she mentioned she's on day 590 of her Duolingo Irish lessons. Bless your heart, honey. That's why I have to follow you as you're blazing your path. It's always inspiring. Shan's interview was great fun. If you haven't seen that, check it out. It's on Awakened Spirits Network YouTube. And she has a new album called Follow Your Heart. And she has a new book called In the Loop. And she shared some of the poems from that book with us. And I'm hoping to get Shan on and do some music here at some point soon. Maybe we'll do something together. We'll see. I need to pick up that guitar and play again. This dropped yesterday, and it is Kai Dickens and her scientist, Julia, whose name escapes me, her surname. And this was about a 70-minute interview from Australia, from the mainstream news in Australia. And this gentleman said the Telepathy Tapes was the most powerful podcast he's ever heard. And I would quite agree. He also shared that it actually surpassed Joe Rogan's numbers. And Joe Rogan's number is something like 60 million hits. So that excuse me, that says a lot. But if you haven't gotten into the telepathy tapes yet, this is your chance, my friends. Season 2, she says, is dropping next month as well. And she's also finished shooting on the documentary that that all of this was originally trying to become. She started wanting to make a documentary. No one would pay her for it, so she did the podcast instead. And the rest, as we say, is history. And Julia is the scientist who's been studying this for years. That's how Kai connected with Julia. So this is a great interview if you want to get started with the telepathy tapes, or just a refresher course of the nonverbal autist kids, adults, many of them, who are completely telepathic, and more than that, quite enlightened, and more than that, ready to teach us how to live in harmony and take the next step in our evolution. Which also, there's the new Patricia, which also is connected to the new Dan Brown novel, which I just devoured, called Secret of Secrets, and a brilliant interview. There it is, a brilliant interview with Dan and physicist Brian Greene. And I'm only halfway through this, but it is well worth your time. I will definitely finish it. And just a great conversation, especially for our more scientific friends, about consciousness and life after death, near-death experiences, the savant syndrome, these kinds of things. Amazing times, my friends. Yeah. Okay. There's Wayne. So give a shout out to this one more time. I'm a student of the Course in Miracles, and one of my favorite teachers of the Course is a gentleman named Gary Renard. And Gary has written 4 books about his experiences with his guides, Artis and Persa, who showed up one day on his sofa after his meditation and have been working with him off and on for decades. And his most recent book is called Jesus and Buddha and Their Lifetimes Together. And I told Annie that this, if you're ready for your mind to be blown, this will do the job. Absolutely amazing. And of course, we have to talk about Charlie Kirk's memorial, because that was a sea change, a game changer, a whole new ball game, a new chapter, freaking spiritual revolution, whether you agree with how it happened or who's doing it or not. And I've said that Charlie Kirk's group, there's Bob Redford one more time, Charlie Kirk's group in Dublin, the Turning Point had 9,000 chapters before his death, and literally in the week since his death, they've had 30,000 more applications for chapters in America. We've never seen anything like this. Yeah, this is a revolution, I say again. No doubt about it. Let's give Ger Banks a listen here. This is from the World Peace Gathering.
We Irish people, we're like the traumatized child of the world, but we have learned. We have learned an awful lot, right? There's an important part as well when we look at martial arts, right? There's a very important ancient martial art of Ireland called Slivaha, meaning the way of life. And the way is very important. In what we would know now is, let's say you look at the ancient teachings of China with martial arts and all of the above. There's a very important point in the human body called Dantian. And they believe this is the point of the body where you can pull energies in, energies out, and all their gods knew all the wisdom of Dantian. Tian means home, right? But Dantian in Irish has a very similar meaning to Tuhade Donan, right? So we had ancient martial arts where we could connect to this energy, and that was disconnected from us. So we are bringing this back, right? So the ancient teachings of ascended masters, all of the above, you can access that through martial arts in Ireland, Dantian, right? Tuhade Donan, very similar, right? So when it comes to sacred sites as well, the Dantian of Ireland was around the Limerick-Tipperary border. Some of the most sacred sites in Ireland have been protected for a very long time. People today would know about the Hill of Tara and all of the above. Very important sites, definitely. But energetically, a lot of people are coming to these sites all the time, having ceremonies, rituals, all of the above. And the most important thing for Tara at the moment is to leave it alone. Leave it recover, leave it recover. So with understanding of that knowledge and wisdom, we've places in Ireland that have been protected for a very long time. And especially around the Limerick-Tipperary border, people would know about Carnahalla, which is an amazing spot. People talk about Newgrange, but Newgrange is relatively new in the scheme of things. Old Grange will be in the Limerick-Tipperary border, right? It's a very important ceremonial site that was used even by the Knights Templar for a long time when they controlled Ireland, because they knew of its importance, and most kingship ceremonies of Europe happened in Carnahalla under the guidance of the Knights Templar, right? But there's a reason they have to come to Ireland for all of this, and that's what we're talking now. Also, down the road from Carnahalla, you have the tomb of Eru, right? Many people drive past this today not knowing that it's one of the most sacred sites around, but it's done that way to protect it, you know? It's overgrown with nature. There's fairy forts everywhere. It's 2 stories high with a big V in it. The V is big bricks, the same as pyramids. There's a V at the winter solstice of the morning sun of the winter solstice. The sun rises above and illuminates the whole chamber of Veru. And there's something beautiful about sitting there, watching this happen in the most pristine way possible. The magic of Ireland is very much alive and has been protected for a very long time. And that's the reason why you're here. So let's go back into the origins of life and all of that, like where you're born in water, the waters of your mother's womb, all of the above, right? And we talk about Cork being the base chakra, where energy rises, but it's about water. Water is very important. I'm at a point where I'm thinking like, yes, we are blessers of nature, but there's something for me to do with water. And maybe that's, my name is Banks. Maybe it's to do with that. Banks going back to water. Water is very important to me. This area is all powered mainly by water. It's very important, right? So ye are in the base chakra. Let's go back into the waters of it. That's why you're here.
Okay, Ger Banks, a man with a lot of wisdom. Bless you, Ger. Thank you for that. Well, I just found something else I'd like to read here. This is great. There's the lighting of the 8th fire. I have to find our sister's name. I don't know her name yet. Standing Bear is back in Ireland. He was just at Loch Crew. He's the tall chap in the beautiful blue ribbon shirt. Yeah, check him out. And he's doing his work here. Bless you. Looking forward to an interview there at some point. This just dropped in from Sahelia SGH. Happy Equinox and Libra season. Starts with a prayer. So you might get into prayer receptive mode. May everything in yourself and in your life come back into full balance. Take a deep breath. Let's start again. May everything in yourself and in your life come back into full balance. May order and justice be fair and righteous to restore balance and karma. May you live in truth and harmony in all that you do. May reciprocity come in fully into all your relationships. May the dead weight, baggage, blocks fall off and be fully released. May your heart be as light as a feather, so that you may enter the new passage. Sun and moon in Libra. Fall equinox. Mars moves into Scorpio. Grand trine and kite form in the cosmos. Everything is rearranging itself and changing to support you on your new journey. Take today to get clear on where you are heading, who you are becoming, and what you want moving forward, and start setting yourself up for that success now. Well, that's very interesting. The cosmos are supporting you, but you must also support yourself. Take the jump and the earth will rise to meet you there. Mars is now in Scorpio, its home sign, until the 4th of November. Mars in Scorpio brings in the energy of rising from the ashes, passion, determination, a renewal of hope and focus, as it helps us to get our drive back and to trust again that all things are possible. You will be able to move around and get more things done now as Mars feels comfortable in this sign. It is the deep passion, the sacred devotion, and the consistency that will bring you to where you want to be. Time to get things going again as you rise from the ashes of your old self and life. Today marks the equinox, bringing in balance of night and day, masculine and feminine, right and left hemisphere of our brains, but also balance overall to everything in our lives, from karma to relationships, to our work, to our thoughts, to how we show up, etc. We have been working on the theme of balance deeply since the summer and since Mars was in Libra. Where balance is needed, all will be restored. This is a sacred time to help us balance out the scales of justice and bring in renewal as Navratri and Rosh Hashanah begin, marking rebirth and restoration for a new chapter. Current cosmos, Sun, Moon, Mercury in Libra, Venus in Virgo, Mars in Scorpio, Jupiter in Cancer, Saturn in Pisces retrograde, Uranus in Gemini retrograde, Neptune in Aries retrograde, Pluto in Aquarius retrograde, Chiron in Aries retrograde, North Node in Pisces. Sleep will be up and down over the next few days as you will have moments of being wide awake and full of energy, and then the complete opposite with no energy and deep sleep. Dreams are also clearing a lot in the subconscious to make room for new ideas and possibilities. Honor what the body needs as you recalibrate to your new energy and find harmony within. Inner harmony is the new luxury. Forgive yourself for all the times you went against yourself and betrayed yourself when you knew better. Oh. Going to the next level, taking a chance on yourself and jumping into the unknown without knowing if it will be successful or not is extremely scary. But truth is, staying in your comfort zone is more scary as you no longer grow and rather regress and don't get to live out your dreams. Everything you want is on the other side of your fear and comfort zone. Be willing to be uncomfortable. Look a bit cringe and take a risk on yourself. The first part of the year has been about deeply pruning you. The rest of the year is about recreating, rebuilding, and blooming into your best self. Stay focused. You got this. Learn how to understand, see clearly, connect, and navigate the spiritual realm, as the physical realm is just the manifestation of the spiritual. As above, so below. You have to push yourself past your comfort zone and get uncomfortable in order to be great and to become the embodiment of your dreams. You have to believe in yourself before anyone else can. This week, we may have some tension building in the cosmos with Pluto and Mars as old shadows. Fears, scarcity, lack, and the unknown all start to creep up from the mind and the subconscious. Remember, you are not your thoughts. It is all going to work out. There is no lack, and you can do this. A happy outcome is guaranteed, says the Course. When the new self emerges, the old self must die, and sometimes that feels uncomfortable, scary, and unknown. Don't let your fears hold you back. Trust yourself and keep going. And a moon always rises and returns to its fullness from the darkness, and so do you. Everything you want is sitting on the other side of your fear. This week we have some tension building in the cosmos with Pluto and Mars, as old shadows, fears, scarcity, lack, and the unknown all start to creep up from the mind and the subconscious. Yes, remember, you are not your thoughts. It's all going to work out. There is no lack, and you can do this. When the new self emerges, the old must die, and sometimes that feels uncomfortable, scary, and unknown. Don't let your fears hold you back. Trust yourself and keep going. Learn how to understand, see clearly, connect, and navigate the spiritual realm, as the physical realm is just the manifestation of the spiritual. As above, so below. And the moon always rises and returns to its fullness from the darkness. And so do you. So Helia, SGH, Mustafa Nudair. Thank you both. Take a deep breath. All right, we're coming down the home stretch here, my friends. There is a new one by Patricia, which actually is Patricia handing off to her lovely daughter, Tori. And so Tori does the meditation this week. I think I'm running out of time for that this morning, but I will repost it so you can do it. I've done it several times. Bashar, you start helping people wherever you can, and you work through your issues by helping people. You don't wait, because taking action on your passion and being of service to others allows you to learn through the reflections they bring to you. Circumstances will mirror things back to you as you move forward. You learn by doing, you learn by experience, and that gives you all the information you need to release anything that may be holding you back in terms of a negative or fear-based belief. Bashar. Kaboom, my friends, yeah? The good stuff. Finally, here from Kindred Spirits, they're asking for more support for a very good cause. It is the protection of Holy Island. We need more signatures. Holy Island, Innis Kaltra, is under threat. At the World Peace Gathering, healer and activist Lao Fall shared a powerful call to action to protect this sacred site. Picture here, let me give it to you. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, beautiful. Home to one of Ireland's most important monastic landscapes, ancient groves, endangered species, and the majestic white-tailed eagle. This isn't just about land. Let's do it this way. This isn't just about land. It's about spirit, story, and survival. La's deep connection to Innis Kaltra and her presentation moved many of us to tears. We're now asking you to stand with her and sign the petition to stop destructive tourist development and protect this high vibration ecosystem for future generations. Watch her presentation on our page. Sign the petition. All right. Let's see her presentation. If we can. Protect Innis Kaltra. Okay. 947 signatures. That's a good start. All right. We'll give you this. As an avid swimmer and kayaker, I spend a lot of my summer on the scenic waterways around Innis Kaltra, Holy Island, Loch Derg. Its natural beauty, bustling ecosystem, and tranquility are true medicine for the soul, and I'm not alone. It has become a safe haven for wildlife and people alike. It's a place where young families can swim and play in safety amongst the fish nurseries at Knockafort Pier, where you can kayak past water birds, building their nests in the floating fortresses that are the reeds which act as barriers, protecting the shallows and the young that thrive there. It's home to the heron, who patrols the banks, and the endangered Irish eel. It's where the mayfly first makes appearance in Ireland every year, which in turn sustain the trout and salmon, to name but two of the fish that call these waters home. There are international fishing competitions held here annually. Along the banks of the island, ancient trees, towering 50 to 60 feet, challenge the very air for dominance, creating ecosystems of their own, being home for thousands of tiny life forms, and a refuge for countless more as they complete their different cycles throughout the seasons. This little piece of paradise is a special area of conservation. However, it is now under threat by a proposed planning application to turn Innis Kaltra into a tourist site by Clare County Council. After reading the said plans, I cannot in good conscience stand by and do nothing. I cannot in good conscience stand by and do nothing. This sentiment isn't mine alone, but shared by the local community who inhabit the shores of Loch Derg, especially those who, like myself, swim and kayak across the mesmerizing waterway during the summer months and or enjoy the peace and beauty of Holy Island itself. Holy Island was considered the most sacred monastic site in Europe for a long time. It was visited by Irish and European pilgrims for hundreds of years, who came to meditate and study there as scholars, writers, and artists. It has connections with the High King of Ireland, Brian Boru, whose brother was abbot there before his untimely death at the hands of a Viking raider. It is an historic and mystical place, and to turn it into a cash enterprise is sacrilege of the highest order. It is a site of pilgrimage, not wealth. Within these proposed plans, they intend to cut down several of the ancient ash trees that reside on the island to make room for a 3-foot staff and public welfare facility pods. The destruction of these ancient trees alone can lead to the loss of countless habitats, upsetting the balance of the local ecosystem. As noted by Woodland Trust, every single mature tree can be home to hundreds of different species, including rare and threatened wildlife. They intend to build a floating jetty extending 53 meters from the island into the waterway, which they intend to dredge and remove the reeds in the middle to allow motor cruisers to drop off and pick up tourists throughout the day during peak season. This will make it completely unsafe for anyone else to use the water around the island and will systematically destroy the natural habitat and ecosystem that is in that stretch of water, which will have a knock-on effect across the entire lake if Clare County Council's plans come to fruition. With this petition, we stand against the proposed development. It's time for the Clare County Council to rethink their plans and consider the environmental toll they would have on the incomparable beauty and tranquility of Inniskealtra, or Holy Island. Let us protect the natural splendor of this site, not just for ourselves, but for future generations as well. Please stand with us and add your voice to this urgent call. Sign our petition today. Very good. Okay. Well, we can do that right now, can't we? There it is. Yes. Okay. Thank you. All right. There it is. Okay. Thank you, thank you. So let me finish up here with you for this morning. Right. So I'm saying again, it's 10 o'clock now. I'll be on at, thank you for that. See, one thing leads to another. It's wonderful how it's all connected. We started with a new post from Chief Phil, and that led to back to Kindred Spirits and Holy Island. County Clare, I know that part of the country, and I was blessed to spend some time there back in my early days here in Ireland. And that I've told Mia this in the course many times. That's where I fell in love with Ireland. You come into Dublin, you travel across the country, you spend a little time in Galway. You're looking for the magic, and County Clare is the magic. County Clare and Tipperary, right there where Mia and Clive live, and many other of my friends from the course. And yeah, it's just a stunningly beautiful place. I actually, when my girlfriend and I split up, I wound up staying at I had like a 4-bedroom house to myself right on Lough Derg, right on the lake there, for about 2 weeks, including a computer and Wi-Fi. So you never know how it's going to work out, but it always does. It is a stunningly beautiful part of the country, I say again, and I'm happy to support that very noble calling. Thank you for being here, and thank you for everything you're doing in your life to learn, as I am, every day, to listen to, trust, and follow your loving inner guidance. Really recommend the Keanu Reeves video that I posted there. The title is Neuroplasticity, and that's a word I never heard until the last few months. I hear it nearly every day now. Shanine Friel and Carrie talking about that and helping people understand that. And of course, that came up in the telepathy tapes last night as well from Kai Dickens. We're much more than we think, and more than we can imagine. And this is that season of the harvest in our life. As the astrology is pointing out here, we've been cleansed to the bone. We've been broken down to the frame, and now we're rebuilding, and we're re-energizing, and we're resurrecting. As a matter of fact, speaking of that, I saw a trailer for Mel Gibson's next film about Jesus, called The Resurrection of the Christ. And once again, it is everywhere apparent that humanity is in the midst of its greatest spiritual awakening in history. And this has been thousands of years, if not thousands of lifetimes in the making, and there are no accidents. So trusting that and knowing that and blessing that, as my guides ask, how good can you stand it? Yeah. What miracles will we allow today in service to the greater good? When we give to each other, our needs are always met. I was quoting Michael Beckwith in the course on Sunday, Reverend Michael, who says, try to outgive God. It can't be done. So again, my friends, thanks for allowing me to share my passions and my spiritual journey, and to hold a space with you for yours. And if you can support what I do in any form or fashion, I'm deeply grateful for that. And the resources to do that will be in the links below. After I finish this, please share this video with anyone you think might be helped by it. And I always welcome your feedback about what works and what doesn't work for you, and what you're interested in learning more about. And my passion right now is the LifeWave project, I like to call it. And I will be on at noon today and throughout this week, Tuesday through Friday, to talk about LifeWave and what it provides and what it offers and what it promises. And all of those things, I think, are absolutely thrilling, and I'm happy to share it with you. So I'll put the link here as well for the Zoom call for 12 o'clock today and throughout the week. And you can go to LifeWave Team Ireland on my Facebook group there. There's 89 people on that. I'm grateful to every one of them for taking time out of their lives and sharing their resources and their trust and faith in trying to make the world a healthier and more abundant place for all of us. And with that, happy Equinox once again. Peace and blessings. Namaste. Peace.